Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, osia dem yopo.
Things are happening. You know, I'm reading a lot of these small clips, you know, and I read one, and this one came from, I think it's supposed to be one of the legal members of the NPP communication team, and he was talking about how the ordinary Ghanaian is so disappointed in President Mahama. They can't wait to vote NPP into power in 2028. So I read this and I was saying, wow. Well, generally I was just thinking that who do we classify as the ordinary Ghanaian? That's the first question that I was thinking of. And then I said, oh, I won't waste my time too much getting too deep into this, because he's a young attorney and he's with the communications team and he has to say something. That's the whole thing. He has to, except Opebi Bika. So that's what he has said, that the ordinary Ghanaian is so disappointed, so they're going to vote the NDC out. And you know, I was thinking, I said, well, this is, small boys are young. That's what he thinks. He has to express it. But then I realized that it's not a small boys are young issue, because even grown men with gray hair like mine are on the same tip. I read the senior honorable Safo, you know, who was a member of the solid team. And I read a statement he made. Listen to what he said. We know NDC will fail on its promises. NPP will uproot them like mushrooms in 2028. And it's so much. You see, but two literally, and we will uproot them like mushrooms in 2028. So here was my dilemma, you know. Here I was thinking that this small legal person in the communication team, well, he has to say something, and I'm limiting them to, you know. But then a grown man makes the same statement. And you know, Honorable Osafo was one of the members of the solid economic team.
When I look at the economic management team, it is quite clearly a fantastic team. Senior Minister Yao Osafo Mafu. What a solid team.
And for a statement like this to come from a team that more or less disappointed us based on promises, it was quite interesting. But let me say something, folks. I've been looking at it, you know, first the whole issue was how the tables are going to turn. That was the issue. Everybody was talking about it. Tables will turn, tables will turn.
The table will turn.
Definitely.
2028, it will turn.
Definitely.
Bamia is coming.
The table will turn. And I can assure you that we shall bounce back in 2028. But when the tables turn,
the tables will turn. The tables will turn. Only communication. I'm telling you, the tables will turn.
2028, you'll be in opposition. 2028.
So you had it. That is the energy. That's the whole thing about tables are going to be turning. But check this out, folks. I think after a careful observation, they are not sure whether the table will turn or not. So they had to come up with a new way to brand that same statement, the table to turn. So do you know what we hear now? Tomorrow is pregnant. and when you check the roots of that statement, tomorrow is pregnant. You know, back in the day when women were pregnant, number one, didn't know what they were carrying. It could be a boy, it could be a girl. You never know. You know. So back in the day when they say tomorrow is pregnant, it means you never know tomorrow. Anything can happen. Back in the day. But I'm saying that today, as we speak, there's science has brought to us what they call ultrasound. So when you are pregnant, you can do ultrasound, and the ultrasound will tell you exactly what you are carrying, male or female. You know? So as people are very happy saying tomorrow is pregnant, others who are saying, oh, yeah, tomorrow is pregnant, but you're checking ultrasound, no? You're checking ultrasound, no? And the ultrasound says that we are in the right direction, and if we stay in the right direction, then we know what is going to happen. We are going to continue in the right direction. So as much as tomorrow is pregnant, there's also the knowledge of what we are going to deliver. And Ghanaians are saying, say, tomorrow pregnant cry, we know we'll continue to face forward. Two things I want to talk about. Number one, the same thing that I say every day. We have to build this nation. I must do. And the other thing we must also think about that is we have a very disappointed and frustrated opposition in power. And let's say this, everything that can be possibly done to make sure that the government fails will be done. It's almost like an innate agenda. Said Charlie, don't sit down and make the government succeed. So far we have seen initial successes. Initial, just the way initial, but worthy of celebrating, you know. But the point is that if it should continue like this, and if we are going to face forward like this, then the problem the opposition will have is that if face forward like this, then how do we get into power? And that's why I said nation building and the desire for power are two opposite things. You know, so as we're trying to build a nation, of course, there's a group too that wants the nation building to stop so that they can take power.
I want him to fail. I want my party to win the 2028 election.
So you want him to fail?
I don't want Mahama to succeed as in succeeding, because I want my party to win.
And in the delusion, there's so much excitement that yes, there is going to be failure so that taking power will make it possible. That's why I say tomorrow is pregnant. We'll be in the position. But Mikase, if NDC can keep the focus, we know what will happen tomorrow. Easily. Look, folks, the sad thing is this. There has been so much distraction, you know, because the focus that we have, people that are trying to build a nation should have more unity in the focus. And the unity should revolve around a few things. Number one, determination. Focus. So that we can take Ghana out of where we have always been. It is not an accident that the youth of Ghana have gotten to the point where so much hope has been lost. An accident too. You are the youth. I'm talking to you. But I'm talking to you because I can relate to your disappointment. I can relate to the fact that whatever inner talents and strength you have in you, you can't express it. Why? Because a big thing. There's not even anywhere to get you employed to apply whatever talents and whatever you've studied. So there's frustration. And at the end of the day, that's why many people want to travel. In my time, I traveled. You kind of saying, what's the word, Pooh? Jakpa. Me, I Jakpa, all the way in 79. And check this out. 79, the opportunities that we had are much better and stronger than what you, the youth, have now. So I'm saying that even with what we had, not what we really expect in terms of opportunity, but we had more. Even with the more we had, we jackpot. Plenty of us. So I can imagine how in your time, even more of the youth will want to jackpot. I understand. It is painful. I understand. But because we have jackpot and we know what happens when you go into somebody else's country, we just say that the best option is to fix our country. let me go there. before South Africans who got carried away to throw it over there, said, go fix your country.
They must go back to their country.
But the point is this. The South Africans were telling us, yeah, fix your country. Go fix your country. Go fix your country. No, let's be serious. The focus on us to do whatever we can as a nation to build our country and fix our country is a must. It's not that we have many other options. There were 3 options. You can either fix your country, or you can either jackpot, or you can do this, or you can do... No, we don't have many options. Whatever we do, people will be going out, and that's really okay with me. But I'm saying, those of us here now, let us at least start building and reforming our country, so that even those who have jackpot, or US or Germany or China or wherever, say, will come, will start thinking, hey, Charlie, Ghana, I say things are improving, and they will come back. That's what I want us to do. They will go and they will rush back to this country. Because, you see, whatever you do, there is nothing bigger or better than your home. So all we say in nation building is very simple, if you think about it. Very simple. Let us develop our home so that we are comfortable staying here. That's it all. And it's hard for me to say this because it is not even possible to get the whole nation rallied around one leader, simply because they probably are saying that the leader doesn't come from our party. So why should we rally around any leader? Let us wait when our own party generates their leader, then we can rally around them. But I'm saying, as part of nation building, let's forget that crap. Let's rally around JM and make sure that his agenda succeeds. That's why I was saying that these are the initial stages. So far, we are nowhere where we want to be, you know. But if he has introduced Muhammad Care and it's reaping benefits, why still say it's reaping benefits, but it's not my party, so I don't care. Let's throw it away. We can't do that. You know, Muhammad Care, recently I think they inaugurated this huge heart center at the Kolebu Cardiothoracic Center. Has a new heart equipment, very advanced. Once again, it uses ultrasound even to read your heart strength and everything.
A functional cardiac catheterization laboratory at the National Cardiothoracic Center is a lifeline. It enables the rapid diagnosis and treatment of heart disease, giving Ghanaians access to world-class cardiac care at home instead of traveling abroad.
The advanced technology that has been installed here will significantly improve Ghana's capacity to diagnose and treat complex cardiovascular conditions, including coronary artery disease, structural heart disease, peripheral vascular disease, and other life-threatening illnesses. Equally important, this facility will enhance our ability to provide timely neurovascular interventions for stroke patients, where every minute saved can mean the difference between full recovery and permanent disability.
If you understand how this is going to increase cardio care, it will be amazed. But here again, it's in Accra, Kolebu. I can see somebody with a very major heart problem in Kumasi, Sunyane, Takoradi, Tamale, wherever. The doctors have gone through everything. They say, no, we have to rush you to Kolebu. So I wanted to see Kolebu as just the start. And I'm grateful that through the Muhammad Care, we've gotten that. But Kolebu is just a start. There should be one in Koforidua. There should be one in Kumasi. There should be one in Tamale. There should be one, name it. Every regional center must have this. That's why I began by saying, we have just started. Oh, we can be happy with the initial successes, but it is still just a start. I want to see this kind of facility all over Ghana. Because one of the major killers in Ghana is hypertension, high blood pressure, heart problems, killing men and women both left, right, and center. So I'm saying this, so we have seen that there has been a start. Korle Bu has been equipped. So we have to back and support so that this thing continues and spreads through all of Ghana. And even nation building, no? You can't call yourself saying we are nation building when all your facilities or the little facilities that you have are in Accra. No. Many of you know that I survived prostate cancer. I am a prostate cancer survivor. And at the time when it was detected, I could afford to go to the US to do whatever. I'm grateful. Today, I'm practically cancer-free. But the point I'm making is this. Do you know how many people are dying from prostate cancer? And here again, we have a very, very excellent prostate cancer clinic. It's also at Korle Bu. So all I'm saying is this, so as the nation is building, all these facilities are open up. Not just in health or in education, in everything. All these facilities must open up. And the simple thing is that but this agenda that this start crime must be derailed for one reason, so that we also come to power, doesn't sit well with me. We are in a multi-party system, so it's okay to make sure that you're trying to deliver a party to come to power. But the sad thing is this, especially with the experience now, it's not that those who are forcing to come back have not been in power before. For the long time, it's been between these two parties. Pam, 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 pam. And the last time we remember, it was 8 years under a particular party. Now this party has come in. And if we are seeing signs that finally we are getting on the right track, why? What is the fear about backing so that we stay on the right track and accomplish for Ghana? End of discussion. No, this is not about me, this is about Ghana. If Mahama Cares is showing signs of progress, all we can do is to back it to make sure that what has started will even increase more and more and more. I saw this, what do you call this thing? Visual impression of the proposed highway, the Afram Plains Expressway. And I want you to understand that I know that this is just the artist's impression. An artist's impression is saying, yeah, money is being put into it so that it is done. But so far, no, the artist's impression through AI technology or whatever, 3D design, can allow you to see what it will look like. You know, before, what was being used was the ferry. The ferry was being used to ferry people across this because it's a long stretch. So if the decision has been made that we are going to get into the big push, and as part of the big push, instead of the people getting into the ferry to cross this river, there's going to be a bridge built all across the river so you can use your car across the bridge. And what I'm saying is this, doesn't it make sense for us Ghanaians when we see that this is the future that we must all make sure we accomplish? Let me tell you something very sad. There are also people on the side who are praying that this thing should not be accomplished. Who are praying that they should have the opportunity one day to mount a platform and campaign and say, you see that long bridge that they say they were going to do, what happened to it? Nothing happened. What happened to the money? That is what some people are hoping. And as I must advise JM and the NDC people that as much as people are rooting for this, there's also a phenomenal amount of people rooting against it. So that it becomes part of the campaign messages to use against you. Say, you heard this move. We saw the picture, which is somehow, unfortunately for us, how we have run governments. We make so many promises and then we come and deliver zilch. The people that are praying that you fail are praying that you fail so that you become just like them, because they made zillions of promises.
All the things I told the people of Ghana, that God willing, if they voted for me, that I will do. I want to assure you, we are going to do all the things that we said we are going to do. Free secondary education, the revival of the National Health Insurance Scheme, one district, one factory, one village, one dam, the Zombo Development Fund. All of these are matters that we are going to address and do.
And totally failed. And I say it all the time, and I'm saying here again, that if NPP, the promises that they made, if they had been able to accomplish just 30% of them, they would have run NDC out of government forever. 30% pay. The promises were sweet. If they had been able to accomplish just 30%, NDC would have had no legs to stand on. So NDC learned from this experience that if you have come and you too have made a promise, make sure that you deliver. This expressway, people are saying, it won't happen to anything. But you have come up with a big push. And this is one of the things that are major that you want to accomplish under the big push. So far, there's no doubt that roads are under construction. You see plenty of places that you go and you see roads being constructed, being built and everything. It's a good start. But I'm saying, it is not the start that counts. What counts is the finish. I swear to God, no matter how well you start, if you finish badly, that's what people remember. And that's what you are judged with. Let me repeat myself, because it is not how well you start, it's about how well you finish. That's where they remember you from. So I'm hoping that if you have seen that JM has started well, let us all back him to finish and finish well. Okay? I just had a thing, the Attorney General said that they have had more cases of this loot that is coming up.
How many of the oral cases are we prosecuting now in total?
I think we have like, I think we are between 5 and 10 now.
5 and 10.
Advanced stages.
At varied stages.
Yeah.
Of prosecution.
Advanced stages of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, very well. And how many in total are in your report?
When we analyzed the report, I think we had about 30 cases that we thought
were prosecuted.
Yeah,
so we are looking at like a third of them being prosecuted now.
Yeah.
Let's all back this country to retrieve all the loot so that we can invest the loot in building our nation. I think he said about 10 very, very strong cases, but whatever it is, folks, let us make sure that we recover this loot. Let us support him to do it. I think with the, what's his face's case, the Duahin's case, I had his lawyer. His lawyer saying that it's a bogus case, you know, and he's going to walk. Everything is bogus.
Oh, I'm very, very optimistic. Yes. There's nothing about Duahin that anybody is inventing. Everything we are saying about Duahin is fact-based. That is what it is.
Is it likely to end up as Ubuntu?
It can't end up as Ubuntu. Unless there might be undercurrents that we don't know. It can never be. It's a very bogus case, to say the least.
Yeah, layman, there. Well, from what we have heard, there, the man has looted big time, allegedly. We lay people there, that's what we say. $7 million. That's what we lay people have heard. But the learned attorneys are telling us that all of that is bogus and that he walked free. What can I say? Whatever the court says, we go by it because we believe that the law must work. Anyway, folks, let me end up here and let me remind you quickly, tomorrow Talk Shop will not be on. It's going to be unfiltered. And guess what we'll have on tomorrow? Our own ODK. ODK is coming tomorrow. You see, you come. This is unfiltered. So we are going to see, so tune in tomorrow. You see ODK on here, live. But until then, folks, it is not how well you start to, it's how good you finish. Quickly, do you know when you meet Pan-Africanism, they talked about, hey, Charlie, the African continent was great. We had Timbuktu University, and that is where all the philosophers studied. Africa, now to me, we are number one. We did this. Civilization began around the Nile. That's how we started. I'll talk later about all the amazing inventions that was created by African slaves when they were in America. But today, where are we? It is not how well we start, it's how well we end. So that's why I'm telling all of us to back JM. Let us end by making Ghana great again. And for all of you saying that tomorrow is pregnant, you know what I say? Acquire ultrasound. And we have seen in the ultrasound what tomorrow stands for. So to note, let us all put our hands on the deck. Because Ghana will emerge as one of the greatest countries ever in this world. It is not how well we started, it's how well we are going to end. Ghana will rise again.
PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.